All right. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to call this. Part 4. Part 2 of part 3. No. Okay, part 4 of the introductory notes. OzArk Plateau Refugium or REDOUBT states. So a lot of people they look at so many things on YouTube, and I have gone around and around and around and around and around with people. I am completely in favor of preparedness. I have been for years. Y2K, we pushed, we did it, we did it. Not just did it, we sold stuff. Became major distributors of some products and sold more stoves than anybody in the country except for Cabela's, the cylinder stoves out of Utah, and more, sold a lot of Berkeys, a lot of water filters, ringer washers, ringers from Dynajet, sold more than anybody except Lehman's, Wonder Wash, a lot of stuff. Anyway, I am all for preparation, getting prepared ahead of time. That's what I'm trying to do here. But you can't do it if you're panicking. You are in fight or flight syndrome. Let me give you an example. One woman that got in touch with me through YouTube. I don't know where to go. I have everything I need, but I don't know where to go. Well, anybody that says I have everything I need is probably doesn't have a clue as to what they really need. Topic for another time. But my point here is that, panicking about this and that and the other thing, worried about stuff and earthquake and tsunami, and it doesn't make any difference what it is. Well, I was buying a trailer. I said, well, I can sell some guns and pay it off or help pay it off. Oh, you can't talk about that. And this person started a big argument about the fact that I shouldn't be talking about guns in a text or an email or something. Well, there's nothing illegal about selling the guns, period, end of story. So no federal laws or, just, oh, what about the NSA? I'm like, well, anyway. So it ended a relationship in which I was helping this person, and they ended up going east of the Mississippi instead of getting on into the Ozark Plateau, and just made a, fight or flight panic situation. I feel bad about it. I was upset, shall we say. I was irritated, shall we say, angered by the just absurdity of the situation. Just completely unnecessary, completely unwarranted, completely unfounded. The person did not know what they were talking about at all, period, end of story. So anyway, they ended up making a bad decision. Hopefully not a fatal decision. They still have time if they extract cranium from rectal defilate, as Bogreitz used to say. Pull their head out of their ass. They could still, and then maybe it's providential that they went where they did, so that they could help people get from there to here. I don't know, but I don't feel that any of us have enough resources to waste. So. All right, so this guy here is talking about Mystery Babylon. Prepared, you got to get out of the United States. You got to get out of the United States. This one here I want to watch is America Babylon. Should we leave the United States? And he's saying, hey, something to consider. But he's not telling you to get out. He was basically opening a forum in the comment section for people to discuss the issue. And I would like to weigh in on that and get I need to get on more of these, videos like this and plug my information. Here's a good one. Leave the United States while you still can. This was an Alex Jones video. Leave the United States while you still can. Whether he's saying to or he's questioning it, I don't know. As a rule of thumb, I do not listen to him, period. He's Mossad, CIA, government operative. I don't like him. Okay, fight or flight. I ran across a cool video. If you like, this is kind of, I didn't listen to the whole song, but it's music video in which they're talking about vaccines and chemtrails and genetic modified food and gun control. Check, 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 check. Keep the population in panic mode. Keep them off center. Keep them, expecting change and then hitting them when they don't expect it. RFID, grain of rice, chip. Here, this guy's turning in his gun. he's a store owner, and it shows him in one scene, taking his gun and taking it in, getting money for it. Fight or flight. First of the last is the title of it, and fight or flight is maybe the group title. First of the last is either or vice versa. I don't know. So anyway, then he gets robbed, and he reaches up. He's on the floor. He's been blood coming out of his head, and a guy hits him with a baseball bat, and he's reaching for his gun, and it's not there. The pawn shop owner has it. So don't be an idiot. Don't get rid of your gun. At this point in time, if you're going to buy a gun, don't buy it with paper. Don't buy it registered. Okay, tornadoes. I'm going to pause this for 1 second, take a breather. Alrighty. Okay, tornadoes, various disasters, but I want to talk specifically about tornadoes, and I'm going to come back to this again. I have a whole series of trying to go over some of my older material, preparing, taking some of my material and put into emails and whatever, and putting them into screenshots, and that's what this is. You can see the search thing there at the top. Sorry about that. Oh well, life is hard. And it's harder when you're stupid. For me, it's really hard because I don't know how to do this crap. All right. So the thing about tornadoes is, and I want to go into this because of the fact that what you're looking at there, that's Tornado Alley, quote unquote. Okay. Here's another shot of it. Give it pause a minute there if you want to screenshot it. I'm going to try to, give us steady enough, short enough, pause so you can do that. In terms of absolute tornado counts, the United States leads the list globally with an average of more than 1,000 tornadoes recorded each year. A distant second is Canada with around 100 per year. Okay? What is wrong with that picture? Canada and the United States are the same landmass, the same craton, the same people, and the same farming techniques. So either, and on a world map, I'll show you that in a minute here. There it is. World map, farming, or at least a certain type of people. Farming, South Africa farming, Australia farming, and a lot of Europe, good growth in farming and whatnot. I don't know, just one of the peculiarities. It does say this majority of tornadoes occur in agricultural areas. Tornadoes need moisture to feed their parent thunderstorms and the instability associated with spring and summer weather, warming. Crops need moisture to grow, so therefore, obviously, where crops grow, you have the possibility of tornadoes. But I'm going to say one more thing. Electricity, tornadoes, thunderstorms, they happen during thunderstorms. You see lightning during thunderstorms. Hello. Lightning is electrical. I don't think anybody would disagree with that. So both conditions for tornadoes and agricultural growth are found in the same areas as shown on this map. Courtesy of Dr. T.T. Fujita, okay, the Fujita scale. So that's right from the horse's mouth there. All right. Here's a bigger picture of it for a screenshot. The where I'm going to go with this is that when I started studying intensely, for my daughter's graduation thesis, she wanted to do geocentricity. This is about 10 years prior to discovery of flat Earth. But geocentricity states that the Earth is not rotating. Well, I believed in geocentricity for years, but I had not been able to bring myself to believe in that. At one point I said, okay, I believe it. The Bible says it. Joshua said, sun stand still, moon stand still. Good enough for me. I believe it. No problem. And right on the heels of that, for about 3 days, the whole electric universe model opened up for me. And within that totally different view of the quote-unquote universe of the Earth, as I know it now, came the realization that tornadoes are electrical. They're sheath vortex plasma discharges. You have a plasma cutter, it spins electricity in a sheath in a vortex, spinning. That's what a tornado is. Okay, so tornado risk map. So I came to see that if tornadoes are peculiar to the United States, there must be something about this area that, and Canada, okay, 1,100 tornadoes. The rest of the world hardly has any, even though you see those colorations there. There's very, very few of them. There's something about water and agricultural areas that attracts tornadoes. Now, look at this tornado alley: North Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, or Kansas, Nebraska, eastern New Mexico, eastern Colorado, and up into South Dakota. All right. Here we have the Ogallala Aquifer: northern Texas, eastern New Mexico, eastern Colorado, most of Kansas, almost all of Nebraska, and up into South Dakota, a little bit into Wyoming. Okay. Here's another shot of it. Okay. Same exact parts of the same exact states. Here's a couple of them side by side. Different depictions of these tornado alleys. But if you see the one on the left here, up into this one, you know, I mean, it's pretty simple. Water conducts electricity. Okay. Electricity goes to ground. That's why your house is grounded. You don't want to, your car is grounded. Which, polymathically, let's touch on that. Study grounding, study earthing. Ground yourself while you're sleeping, ground yourself while you're walking if you can, ground yourself which you can. It's not that hard. Ground yourself when you're driving. Be grounded to the ground plane of your car. Your car won't work if it's not grounded. If you have a short to ground in your car don't work. Ask any mechanic. Okay? If you got a short to ground, your car don't work. When you're in the car and it's moving, you are in a gigantic positive ion generator, which is very unhealthy. Okay? So, sleeping is when you heal, and if you sleep grounded, you heal faster, or you'll heal. And the second that you're not grounded, your body is demineralizing. So, if your bones are feeling weak, if you're feeling osteoporosis coming on, get grounded. Okay, so I'm not going to dwell on this. I mean, this pretty well gets the point across. This is from a video: water level change in the High Plains Aquifer System. Okay, done deal. Pump to dry, a race to the bottom of the Ogallala in Kansas. It's not looking good. Okay. Here's a depiction of it over here on the top right there. Water table, unsaturated zone, saturated zone. You know, it's going dry. I had a guy come up from Texas to visit me who was from Lubbock. He said they are hitting blue clay when they're drilling. And he says if we punch through that blue clay, the blue clay is what seals the aquifer, the Ogallala Aquifer. And if they punch through that once, twice, every time they punch through it, it's going to start leaking, draining. They're going to cause a bathtub leak. So the region will go dry. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to buzz through this because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. I just wanted to touch base on it because it's massively important, but I want to come back around to it again with other videos. So, in fact, I think that I will pause here for a screenshot. And I'll pause on this one for a screenshot if you want to. You know, this is just people want to take it, whatever. I mean, the information's here. I've done the work. It's available. I want to just another shout out to Fletch and the OzArk Tactical Homestead. I have a lot of information. It's what I've been doing intensely for 17 years since I got online. And a lot of this stuff is just buried in emails. So going to be pulling some of it out here. Okay. So I appreciate the catalytic effect of your video, Fletch. Yeah, I'm gonna, and I've been meaning to do some of these things, but it was just really, oh wow, gosh, you know, REFUGIUM versus the REDOUBT states. Yeah, it's critical because there's only two major places, you know, really large places in the United States, and there's really good reasons to go to one, and there's really really good reasons not to go to the other. So, all right, well, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant.